What if you had a couple $1,000,000 stored on a piece of silicon the size of a postage stamp, and it was protected by a password that you forgot? Chips like this are in all sorts of different types of hardware wallets out there that are supposed to be used to protect your recovery seeds and your private information in the world of cryptocurrency. But a lot of people forget their passwords, and if you forget your password, if you can't access the information on the chip, you're out of luck, you're out of money. That's the problem we're dealing with today. Some guys contacted me out of the blue. They have a Trezor hardware wallet, and they have a couple $1,000,000 stored on a device like this, and they want me to see if I can hack the wallet, defeat the security, and get access to the information so they can prove that the money is theirs. I'm Joe Grand, I'm a hardware hacker, computer engineer. Hacking a product like this is an amazing challenge. It's like solving a puzzle, and we really only have one chance to do it right.
Joe, what's happening?
Sorry, I gotta take the electrical tape off my camera. How's it going?
Good, man. Good to connect and talk shop and hopefully make some progress on this stuff.
Are you excited?
Yeah, in my mind, honestly, I've told myself that whatever happens one way or the other is going to be a great story. It's just going to be a question of if it's going to be a really expensive story or not. But either way, it's going to be one for the memory books.
Yeah.
Hacking is nothing like what you see in the movies. There's not graphical things moving all over the place. It doesn't take a split second for something to happen. It's a huge roller coaster ride. It's solving puzzles. It's forcing computers and forcing hardware to do things that they weren't expecting to do. You want them to misbehave in a way that you can control.
Contract looks good. I think the changes we wanted that are now counted for.
For me, as you know, the main thing was just like getting that waiver of liability so you're not going to sue me if something goes wrong.
For this project, I've been working 12 weeks to try to defeat the security in a way that's reliable and that isn't, hopefully, going to erase the contents of the device. Now that we're here and we're filming it and Dan is on his way and we're going to do the real thing, there's a lot that can go wrong.
You have the device, you got it from Jesse.
Yep.
The main thing that I'm kind of worried about, bringing it through the X-ray, and maintaining control of it. For the X-ray, most electronics is going to be X-ray safe. It's not like they're using super powerful X-ray. What I've done a lot of times is ask for a manual inspection.
Yeah, this thing isn't leaving my side.
What I'm doing with this attack is kind of like disabling an alarm system in a museum and stealing the jewels. Except actually, it's like somebody made an exact copy of the jewels, put them behind a locked door, and then I went and kicked in the door and stole the jewels, but then the original jewels are still there. It's a little bit crazy.
Yeah, sweet. So I fly out, 8:15 flight tomorrow.
Don't drop the token.
Honestly, I'm more afraid of losing and or dropping or misplacing the token than the thing getting fried in security. I'm gonna duct tape it probably to my home.
Well, don't duct tape it because that will.
Not literally gonna duct tape it, but
any sort of tape will generate static electricity, which we don't want to do.
One of the most important things to me being a hacker is to discover some superpower and then educate other people about it, inspire other people about it, and help people using my skills. When I was a kid, that was not the case. I got arrested for all sorts of computer-related things, and it was doing a lot of what I call technological juvenile delinquency. But now that I know that I can use my superpowers for good and help people, that's the beauty of hacking.
I'm informed that within 30 minutes, the 7 of you could make the internet unusable for the entire nation. Is that correct?
That's correct. Good morning. My name is Kingpin. I am the youngest member of the Loft and one of the electrical engineers and hardware hackers.
There's no malicious intent. There's no criminal intent. It's to help these guys who have lost their password get their money.
I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great flight. Be safe. Protect that Trezor.
we'll do.
Before we go forward, let's go back to the basics. Cryptocurrency is a decentralized system of digital currency. Unlike traditional financial systems where trust of the currency is based on banks and governments, with cryptocurrency, the trust is based on the strength of the cryptography that it uses. The type of cryptography that's used in cryptocurrency systems varies depending on the cryptocurrency, but generally it falls into public key cryptography. You have two pieces of your key. The private key is something you keep to yourself, and you use that to sign the transaction to prove that you initiated it. The public key, which is derived from the private key, is used to verify the transaction. The blockchain is a type of technology that's used with cryptocurrency as basically a decentralized digital ledger. So every time there's a transaction that happens, it's public, and the ledger cannot be changed. In the case of Dan and Jesse, they lost their private key because that's something that's stored on their physical hardware wallet. A hardware wallet is essentially a general purpose computer that's storing your private key. But if you forget your password to your hardware wallet, you're kind of screwed, unless you find somebody like me.
Good morning. Today is the day I'm gonna hack this wallet, and we get to see if the 3 months of work was worth it.
So it's about 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just waiting for my taxi to pick me up. Are you into crypto coins at all?
Oh no, I'm so afraid about that. Kind of just pacing around my office. Even though I know it's possible, it's still scary.
A few years ago, a friend of mine and I were investing in buying some crypto coins. Not Bitcoin, one of these other unique coins that we wanted to buy, so we put a little bit of money into it.
It's funny, my wife actually came in today and she said, "Joe, have you read your horoscope?" And I'm like, "No, I don't really read my horoscope." For some reason, she read the horoscope and it said something for Virgos: beware of problems with technology.
You had to put it on one of these hard wallets. They kind of look like a USB stick. Time went on, the price of these coins went up and up and up.
In other news, I just sliced my hand taking out the trash. It's not my soldering hand, which is good.
I hit him up and said, time to free the coins, sell them and give me my money back. Turns out he forgot the password, so he couldn't send me my money back.
You have all of my Trezor devices over here that I've been using for the various attacks. The one that's set up like this is what's going to be used for Dan's attack.
The irony of it all is my friend that lost the password plays poker professionally for a living, so he has like photographic memory. He remembers everything. He remembers my license plate from high school, and of all things, forgot a 4-digit PIN password for this device.
Let's clear the air for today.
So long story short, I'm going to fly to Portland, Oregon because I met some engineer hacker online. All right, let's go to the security who's gonna hack this device and try to free all these coins.
So Dan is on his way from New Jersey, and I hope he didn't put the Trezor through the X-ray.
I just made it through airport security. The device did have to go through the X-ray machine, which is no big deal because computers can and all my other devices can.
So Dan is on the way with the wallet. Dan's coming and he's driving down the street backwards. Did you drive this way all the way from the airport? What's up? You drive this way? How's it going? Nice meeting you. I know. Great, you exist. You got the thing?
I got the thing.
Awesome. I heard you had to put it through the X-ray machine.
I did put it through.
Right.
Why?
No, I'm good, thanks.
Medium.
Yeah, what are you guys filming?
We are, you want to tell them? We're hacking a hardware wallet that has a lot of cryptocurrency on it.
Ah.
He forgot his password.
Well, I didn't forget the password. My friend forgot the password. Okay, let's begin. So, to add insult to injury on this whole thing, with the Trezor hard wallet, if you attempt the password incorrectly too many times, the contents of the wallet will erase. And so we scoured the earth and Google to try to find people that could help. Turns out our most promising leads came down to Joe, this hacker we found on Google. And then these other guys in Europe, they are based in Switzerland at some secret lab where they would perform the attack. When I asked them if I can come to the lab to see what they were doing and ensure that this was legitimate and real, they said that they couldn't do that. I was willing enough for them to even put a bag over my head and bring me to this lab just so I can see that they were not going to steal the device and actually do the work. And right around that time, Joe started to make progress and for the first time show that he was able to crack the device. And all the while, Joe was incredibly transparent with how he was performing the work. Very quickly, it was clear he was engaged. That's why I got on a plane this morning and came to Portland to hopefully free the coins.
I tell people I'm a technology minimalist or like a technological curmudgeon because I know too much. There's a lot of stories of people forgetting their passwords of hardware wallets and losing a whole lot of money. This one was actually from 2017. A friend of mine, Mark Fraunfelder, had 7.4 Bitcoins that were worth $3,000 and he had written his recovery seed on a piece of paper, and the cleaning person came, threw that out, and he's like, that's okay, I still remember my PIN. But it turns out he also forgot his PIN. Once he found somebody who could hack it, it was worth $32,000.